Hey y'all, welcome back to another Political Rants episode. It's your favorite equal opportunity racist. Today I wanted to discuss the African community, and as usual, I'm going to get as biased as possible, get as much as my stereotypes and as I can do, and keep it real for y'all. So basically, overall, I have a very high view of the African community. Personally, I work in a very diverse, it's a very diverse company. I'd say only half of the associates are probably American. So I'm just used to this, most of the people are Asian and African. And, despite the fact that there has been some extremely unpleasant interactions, and I have dealt with, harassment cases, and regardless of that fact, that has not changed my perception of the community overall. I'm a firm believer that just, a few bad apples, don't, ruin everything. So my opinion is it's pretty high. I think highly of these people and their communities. I think something that's respectable is the fact that they're essentially all multilingual people. I really appreciate that. I'm really into like polyglot videos, language videos, culture, videos, big time foodie. So I kind of have a profound appreciation for that personally, because it just shows, to me, that just shows a lot of dedication, and it's just something I respect personally, because if you move somewhere and you're expected to assimilate to that culture, I can't speak for too much on other countries, but for here, I just really appreciate that, even if it's minimum effort, and even if someone speaks broken English and it's like their third language or fourth language or even more than that. To me, I just personally, I respect it. I'm aware that there is a lot of content that has come out recently displaying individuals in Europe and European cities like France and London that is, in rough areas, portraying them in a certain way. I'm aware of that. However, I don't live there, and I don't experience that. And from what I can say, truthfully, the only like serious kind of crime issues or serious negative things I can say were really only from people that might identify with that community, but were like second generation or something, or first generation, or what's it called? Yeah, like people that they didn't immigrate from there. They were the children of immigrants, is what I'm getting at. And that is when I can see, yes, like that's when people can be easily indoctrinated and less maybe conservative, less traditional. I see that as a common thing, like with anyone who can be indoctrinated and brainwashed into like liberal, left-wing ideology. However, I'd argue that almost is a separate topic in itself. So anyways, that's about it. And make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And tune in again next time.